So I was looking at some Mustangs for sale as I do all the time. It's kind of a pastime of mine, and I found this black 2001 Mustang Bullitt for sale in California. And the car had actually been four-valve swapped with a 99-01 Cobra engine. I think this is really neat when you see a car that has this much love and money put into it. That was an expensive thing to do to this car. Of course, it did lose the Bullitt intake manifold in this process, but it does have a four valve in it now, which if you read the book about the Bullitt, they wanted to do the four valve all along, but they really couldn't swing it. But anyway, another thing they had done to modify this car that I didn't really agree with was they put a spoiler on the back, which is a Terminator style one without the third brake light. Now that spoiler does look good on the car, and the Bullitt, when it was designed, actually had a Terminator style spoiler on it, and that spoiler went on to go on to the Terminator. That spoiler was a lot of trouble when they were trying to get it developed for the Bullitt, and it was turning out to be a lot of money, and they decided that they were going for a sleek look, and so they decided to just go ahead and not even put one on the Bullitt. But that's what makes the Bullitt special, is that it doesn't have a spoiler on the back. Um, a few things that stood out to me about this Bullitt that I found quite interesting is with 250,000 miles, it still has the mud flap piece behind the wheel. That part on the lower side skirt, that lower circle I have drawn there, that piece always breaks off and is lost forever on potholes, speed bumps, anything that the car goes over that's somewhat low to the ground. My Bullitt was missing one on the driver's side. It took me forever to get a reproduction one. Um, you can see the brakes are still on this car, the powder coated red brakes with the laser etched pony. The C-pillars and glass on the quarter windows is still there. You know it's a real Bullitt from that, or at least somebody had put a lot of money to change it to make it into one. A lot of people don't know that the Bullitt Mustang and the Mach 1 Mustang are the only ones that came with that rear side glass and the shaped C-pillar that cuts back towards the front of the car like that. For example, look at the glass and C-pillar on my Cobra, how it slants backwards but doesn't cut forward like the Bullitt does. And that's all on the 99 to 04s that do that, except for the Bullitt and Mach 1. The SN95 Mustangs, the 94 to 98s, do look similar to the Bullitt style ones, but they are different. So here you do see that the Bullitt brakes on the back are still there and the Bullitt fuel door. Although those things are easy to add to a Mustang, I do look at that to make sure it's a real Bullitt. And of course the side scoops are the shaved Bullitt ones that are on the Bullitt only. But the real unfortunate thing about this Bullitt was that it was in a front end collision and it had quite a bit of front end damage to it. I don't really know how well you could repair that. It could have gotten into the control arms and everything, but the car has a lot of money into it, but he's also asking a lot of money for it. But anyway, I was wondering if this was my cousin's old car because it said it had 250,000 miles on it, and there was a good chance that it was, because a black Bullitt with that many miles nearby with an engine swap, because my cousin had spun a bearing in his Bullitt before he lost it to the bank, and so there was a chance that that's the reason why this car had a four valve in it. But it turned out that it's not the same car. I went ahead and asked the owner if he could identify what number it was, and he didn't know. He said he didn't know where to find the sticker, so I showed him the video I had made of how to find that second Bullitt Mustang hologram sticker, which is under the back seat on the frame of the car. He did get back to me with a picture, and he showed me that it is Bullitt number 4972. And so now I got the number. I knew it wasn't number 140, which was my cousin's car. And I went ahead and looked on the Bullitt Mustang registry. And on imboc.com, IMBOC, that's the International Mustang Bullitt Owners Club, you can look through. They have a registry, and they're trying to find out where all the 5,582 Bullitts are. They want you to register on that site. I was registered, and that has been updated. It shows that I was the previous owner of 4622 and that the new owner has it, and it has his name and everything, so that's cool to see. But this registry shows the owner, and so it does show that whoever had it did know what number it was, so I don't think this was the the owner who cared about it as much, who had it registered on the site and everything. A quick interesting fact though is that out of the 5582 Bullets made, the last numbered Bullitt is actually 5601, and it is black, so that's kind of an interesting fact. They were numbered kind of oddly. There's a lot of details and misconceptions on how they gave the numbers out and everything about these cars. But anyway, that's just a Bullitt that I came across, and a car for sale that I inquired about. I talked to the guy a little bit about it, so it's unfortunate to see it in that condition. I don't know what's going to come of this car because it's pretty badly damaged. But anyway, thanks for watching the videos. Please subscribe to the channel and like the videos, and maybe one day somebody will know what happened to this car.